Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Gemini, for your meditative session, you guys got the child card. And it was weird the way that it was presented to me in my head. Like, I can't explain it, but it was weird. And I feel like for you guys right now, it's like a rocky road, right? Like shit is going on right now. And you're like, I feel like this inner child, is it really healed? Have you worked through like that healing that you had to do for this inner child? That's what's coming to the test right now. It's like, did you do the work when it was the time to do the work? Because now if you didn't do the work, you're gonna be we're all gonna be tested, but it's like, it won't really seem like a test if you did the work, right? It's gonna be super easy, you're gonna fly right through it. But if you didn't do the healing, then it's gonna be a challenge. And it's like, I want you guys all to make the right decisions, but it's like basically where you're at on the timelines, right? Like if you did the work or if you didn't, if this seems like a problem and it keeps coming up over and over and again, then it's like probably like showing you that you need to do more healing. And if it is a problem that you've been getting, but like you understand it now and you see it and you're like, okay, I see it now. Like I kept repeating the shit, but I'm done doing that, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's like this inner child, did you do the work? Did you do the healing that was necessary, right, for the inner child, basically? That's what's like I'm getting this week. So yeah, Gemini, that's what I'm getting. Let's pull some more cards. Okay, Gemini, I see a challenge for you guys only because of like the ending. And it's like it doesn't have to be a challenge, right? It doesn't have to be. But again, everyone is going to be put through this test, right? This is a card of like blockages for me. And I feel like there's a victory card right under this, right? So again, it doesn't have to be a blockage. It's basically, have you learned or not, basically, right? Like you're going to be tested right now of have you learned or not. And I feel like with this Three of Swords, right? This is like heartbreak from the past, right? It could mean in the like original tarot deck. And what I'm getting with this is like both meanings. It's like you've done a lot of work on yourself, right? This is somebody who's like, look at them. They're like looking into a book. They're like learning, right? They're like obtaining knowledge and shit. So you've already been through the cycle before, right? That's what I'm getting. It's like there's victory over this because you've already been through this. And I feel like what you've been through is kind of this Queen of Wands energy, right? Where it's like, yes, you could be in the Queen of Wands energy, which is like, you know, you're really passionate and like in starting something new, right? And doing things a new way, right? And I feel like that's over this blockage. Like you really want to like get over this shit, right? Basically, right? You don't want to repeat the same cycle. And I feel like what this cycle has to do with, for everyone, it's going to be different, to be honest. For everyone, it's going to be very different. But I feel like it's something that you know already, right? And I feel like this could be your energy, but I kind of feel like it could be someone else's energy who is kind of like a player, to be really honest. Someone who like is going to test your knowledge on this. And it's like with Three of Coins, it can speak of collaborations or it could speak of third parties. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this. It's like don't be the fool. Like, to be honest, it's like, don't be the fool, right? Because you've already gone through this cycle many times, possibly more than once. I know for sure it's been more than once. It's presented with different people, but it's the same lesson, right? It's the same lesson over and over and over again until you get it right. So they're presenting to you the same problem with a different face, basically. And it's like, can you learn to go through it differently this time, right? So you have to do something different than you've been doing, right? Because I feel like whoever this Queen of Wands is, they're just testing you at this point, right? They're part of this blockage, right? And I feel like, again, I feel like they're trying to say, like, you don't need to do this again, like with the Fool energy. Like the Little Mermaid, she had no idea what was, like, you know, going on. She just kind of went through the motions. And in the actual story of the Little Mermaid, she loses, right? She loses the king to the Sea Witch at the end. Like, that's not, like, the non-Disney version is like she loses, right, out, and she turns into sea foam or some shit. And that's what I'm trying to say with this card. It's like, I feel like you're being tested on a cycle, on the, like, have you, like, learned the lesson, basically. For everyone, it's going to be different. For some of you guys, it's just a player. It's someone who I feel like they're not really trying to invest in you, and you have to kind of see that, right? And what's making me sad is that a lot of you guys are so conflicted. Like, I can see how challenging this lesson for you is, right? And maybe this is like a big deal for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever this lesson is, it's a big deal, right? With the Thought card, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Moon, right? So I just see a lot of confusion, and I see a lot of withholding of energy. And I feel like you're withholding your energy because, like, you're confused as to what to do, but that's not your natural state, right? Like, your natural state is to be, like, enjoying life, being free. Again, remember that inner child in the beginning of the meditative session? It was like, if you've done this lesson correctly, then you're not going to have a problem going through. But if you haven't done the healing and you haven't had the lesson, you know, completely learned, then you're going to have a mistake, like, coming up for you, basically. It's hard for you to go through this cycle again and again and again, right? And I feel like you know that you're going through it again. Do you know what I'm saying? You know that there's like a problem here, right? So yeah, I feel like this is a really tough cycle for you guys, because I feel like you understand that this is like a problem for you. This has been a problem for you, and it's like a problem that you seem to keep repeating for some of you, and it's really hard. And I feel like it has a lot to do with this Wands energy. It has to do with, like, these people that I feel like they kind of, like, present to you this really pretty picture, but then they can't ever really commit, or they can't really, like, come through. Do you know what I'm saying? There's some sort of withholding here. And I feel like it's from the energy, like, not you, from them. And I also feel like, yeah, you could be withholding your own energy because you don't know what the hell you're doing right now, and you're a little bit confused. And again, I can feel that energy, like with the Thought card, right? I feel like you're like, I should withdraw my energy because they're gonna, like, fuck me over, basically. But then you're just confused at the same time, like, if you should really withhold your energy. And what's interesting to me is that there seems to want to be, like, an end to the cycle with the Death card, but then the Devil comes out, right? And when the Devil comes out, I feel like it's a really... Again, it's a hard lesson for you guys to learn. So I understand, like, how hard it is for you to learn this lesson right now about these people. Like, it's like this lesson that you keep having to go over and over and over again. It's like, I feel like it has a lot to do with people and their energy, and you kind of protecting your energy, right? Because you feel like you've already, again, I feel like you're very protected. I just saw, like, the black necklace around this, like, character, and I feel like you're very protected at this time, and I feel like they're trying to keep you protected, but at the same time, you have to help yourself, right? And again, I feel like you're going through it right now with this Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Moon. Like, you're not, but I'm here to tell you that even though it might feel a little bit uncomfortable at this time, I think that you're gonna push through. Right? I feel like this is the reality for most of you, right? Like, even though you're going through it, like, in your head right now, because you're a Gemini and you have to be, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is, like, a failure, or that this is like, you're repeating it. Because what I'm getting here is the Victory card, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Air. And I feel like the King of Air is coming out to protect you. Like, again, I feel like this could be either you, or this could be, like, your guides, or this is someone, like, from the divine trying to, like, give you some sort of illumination on the process. So I would just ask for help, because I really feel like this is going to be a victory for you over this cycle, even though I feel like in your head, you're like, nah, I'm doing, like, I'm messing up already. Like, don't be, like, discouraging to yourself. You have to be, like, positive at this time. Yeah, like, even this Four of Cups was, like, trying to kind of fall on here. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like maybe some people might be with, do you know what I'm saying? If someone you, like, give your time to, you give your energy to, this is, like, the vibe I'm getting. For everybody's different, but what I'm kind of getting is that, like, I feel like there's somebody that you give your energy to, and they kind of, like, pull back, right? And they kind of go away, and then you're like, well, weren't we just like about to like start something, or wasn't I giving you like I was giving you all my energy and then you were giving me yours, and then all of a sudden you just kind of disappear. And that's what it kind of feels like with this Four of Cups. It's like somebody who kind of like disappears and then leaves you out in the cold, right? And I feel like you're just confused as to what's going on. And I feel like what's really interesting about this is that, one, it's not all in your head. This person is doing this, and I feel like it's like unfair to you. But a thing that I feel like you should do is just to go with it. Like if let's say they withdraw their energy today for no reason whatsoever. You have no idea what's going on, right? Kind of like this wand's energy, right? It shows up and then it disappears, right? What are you gonna do? Like I'm getting the like they're telling you that you need to use the Three of Cups, and this is kind of just like going with the flow. Do you see how she's just like going with it? Like if the current pulls her back, she goes back, and if the current isn't strong, she walks forward, basically, right? It's like if this person decides to not give you any energy at all, or any energy whatsoever, then I feel like that's what you're supposed to know. Okay, like they're withdrawing their energy, not to keep giving, not to keep putting yourself out there, not to keep making the same mistake, and that's how you're going to come into victory. It's like, okay, when this person's withdrawing, or whoever it is about to withdraw their energy, or they are withdrawing and you don't understand why, that's not your problem. You didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing more that you have to give. There's nothing, like, don't even expect a good answer. That's the problem. You're like concerned about them, and you're like worried about them, like what's going on with their energy. Are they okay? They're fine. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when someone doesn't answer your text message, you're like, oh, they must have died or something because they're not answering my text message. Meanwhile, they have the phone in their hand and they're like playing a game and they're just ignoring you on purpose. Do you get what I'm saying? This is the type of vibe I'm talking about. This is what I'm feeling with this vibe. And it's like you already have gone through the cycle where you already know that if someone's not giving you the right energy, it doesn't matter. This is why I think you don't want to stop. It's because you've already put in a lot of energy, you've already put in a lot of work, and you're like, that was a waste of time. If I keep putting in more energy, then it won't be like it was a waste of time, you know? Let me just keep going. No, like stop now. This has to be equal. Stop giving your energy now. That is the lesson here, and that's why it's so hard to learn with this death and the devil, right? It's like, this is what's trying to keep you bound, basically, right? Like she's free here and she's cutting the chains, but here she's not free. So it's like there is a chance for some of you to repeat the cycle if you give into this energy, right? And you keep giving your energy to someone who is not giving you yours. So it's about the equal give and take, and it's definitely a lesson that you've learned already. You can spot it out, and now it's time to apply it right now. So yeah, Gemini, that's what I'm getting for your reading today. Let's pull some advice for you guys. So Gemini, you guys got for advice something different than everyone else, because nothing was coming out for you guys in the other decks. So I knew it was like, okay, so where do they want the advice from? And I felt like it was this one. And then you guys got number 42, making a 6. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Garuda Saparna. And basically I have like a couple of messages from this frequency, from this deck. What this card is telling you guys as advice is, what I got, I like highlighted what I felt like. Yes, I highlighted my book, which I never do, which is like how I know this is like a really important message for you guys. It says, don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Sometimes our compassion can outweigh our wisdom, and our empathy allows troublesome behaviors or circumstances to fester and develop into a far greater problem later on. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like you have this kind nature that I feel like someone is trying to take advantage of, and I feel like you're not a fool in the situation. You've been through this cycle before, so now I feel like it's very, very important for you guys to kind of like brace yourselves and get ready for the new, and stop worrying about this old or whoever it is that you need to leave behind. I feel like it's not worth your time anymore. I feel like you know that you need to like withdraw your energy, or like this is a message to withdraw if you're not getting that reciprocity that you deserve. And I feel like, again, why is this such a hard lesson for you to learn? Because I feel like the devil is here, right? And they make things it's a big deal. It's a big lesson that you need to learn, right? To kind of free yourselves from anybody who is not giving you the equal give and take that you deserve. And it's not going to be a blockage for you anymore. You have like this ego coming out. And I feel like, again, they're saying that you're empathic and that like your kindness is what is kind of a fault at this point, right? Like, you're so kind that you give people the benefit of the doubt. Remember, I was like saying how, like, if someone's not answering your text, you're like, oh my God, like, they must have died. And meanwhile, they just don't give a fuck. Do you know what I'm saying? And you would never do that to somebody, but that's what I'm saying. You're not everybody, and you're very special, and you need to see that. And you need to not wonder why some people do the things they do. You just have to know, like, when it's time for you to take yourself out of that situation. And I feel like another thing I got from this that I liked was that you're very protected, which I was getting with this card. And also, yeah, it's time to discern the quality of your relationships. That's what it was. Discern the quality of this relationship. Whatever relationship it is that's frustrating you, it's time to discern the quality of it. Is it even worth your time? If it's not worth your time, get rid of it. So yeah, Gemini, that's what I'm getting for you guys today. I love you guys so much. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.